Alright, Shalom, Shalom. All praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'asham, Yahweh Ba'asham, Rachak, Kodash. Double honor to the elders and the apostles of great Mr. who rule well. And peace and salutations for his sincere Akim Adil, our preaching this gospel in all righteousness and in all sincerity, risking your lives and your freedom to do so. Alright, so right now, today is the 8th of August, Sunday, 8th of August, 2021, the year of the hastening on to the day of the coming of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. We're out here once again to speak unto our people, the Hebrew Israelites, of the coming of our Lord Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. Still on our people, the Hebrew Israelites, so-called Negroes, Latinos, and American Indians, of the coming of our Lord Yahweh Bashim Yahushai once again. Week in and week out we do this, man. It's not for being late on this. I was supposed to bring the video out yesterday, but things happen. The work called on the Sabbath no less, and I have to go on that. But I'm out here right now. Week in, week out. That's how we do it. So I'm just going to go right into it. When we talk about speaking unto our people, these words of how about trying to warn our people about prophecy and the things that are coming to pass, because right now things that are happening on the earth, prophecy going forth. And let me get that percent out. Let me get that percent. Because I was meditating on this yesterday when I was meditating on this yesterday when I was trying to, when I was just mourning the fact that I couldn't come out here today about the prophets, man. Alright, because the prophet Daniel, he went into captivity. Prophet Zechariah, prophet Ezekiel, they were all prophets during captivity. Even though they were in that captivity, they were probably rejoicing at the word of the Most High coming to pass, whether for good or for evil. The word of the Most High coming to pass is a beautiful thing right there. Now I'm thinking I want to close this back, but I'll just leave it later. But basically what I'm trying to say is that whether it's fortune that befalls on you, or you're catching hell, as long as the word of Yahweh is being fulfilled, as an Israelite, you should be rejoicing, okay? Because, alright, whenever our people caught hell, they knew, if you are a man of the Lord and you are catching hell, you knew exactly why you are catching that hell, Because think about whenever I'm catching hell in this thing, I can always trace back to, it's because I did this, because I did that, This is the reason why I'm catching hell, this is how it started, and this is how it's going. Okay, when you are catching hell, you know exactly why you are catching, it's the exact reason why you are catching the hell, you know exactly why it's happening to you. Right? That's the comfort that comes with being the spirit of Yahweh in your tribe. When misfortune confers upon you, you know exactly why it is happening to you. Like it's written up in the book of Baruch. I said that Baruch said that we are yet this day in our captivity. Right? Because and he told you the exact reason why it happened. So let me get that. Not really good at meditating on, okay? The men of the Lord understood, whenever the men of the Lord fell into misfortune, they knew exactly why it happened to them. And that's beautiful, because if you know the reason why you are catching hell, then you obviously know how to get out of the hell that you are catching as well. That's something that can only happen if you are a man of the Lord, okay? If you are following the Lord's statutes and commandments of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. Because there's no Israelites in this thing that whenever you catch it, you're like, oh, why, Lord? Why did this happen to me? Why? That kind of thing. There is no Israelite like that, okay? There's nobody that's catching hell and is asking, why me? I've done the will of the Most High. Why am I catching hell? We know exactly why it's happening. So let me get this printed real quick. And here it is. Baruch 3 verse 8, and it reads, Behold, we are yet this day in our captivity, where thou hast scattered us, for a reproach and a curse, and to be subject to payment, according to all the iniquities of our fathers, which departed from Yahweh our power. And that's exactly it right there. They are wondering, why are we catching hell? Why is it that the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians, the people that are supposed to be the children of the Most High, the people that are supposed to be the Israelites according to the Bible, why are they catching hell? Why is all this evil befalling them? And the scriptures give you the reason right there. We are yet this day in our captivity because of our fathers, because they disobeyed and they turned their backs to from Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. They broke the covenant that we made with Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. So now we are catching hell because we are our forefathers, okay? Those people that broke the covenant are us. Those people that broke the laws, statutes, and commandments, and made us to come into captivity, are us through the way of reincarnation. Right? Because we reincarnated and became, because we reincarnated in the land of our forefathers, in our own bloodline, and came back again in the flesh. We're now serving that punishment for our disobedience in our past lives. And we have that understanding, okay? Us that are in this trip, we know exactly why we are catching this hell. We know exactly why this is happening to our people. And even in the scriptures, man, sometimes, when men in the men of the Lord are catching hell, they'll tell you why it's happening to them. A good example is in the book of First Maccabees, the 7th chapter. Okay, the 7 sons and the mother. I think it was either the second or the third son. He said it straight up. I don't think this is happening. No, let me get that picture. That's a beautiful thing to bring out. Let me bring it out. Let's say Second Maccabees, the 7th chapter. I think it was either the second or the third son. Okay, it was the 6th son. Second Maccabees 7 verse 18. After him also they brought the 6th, who being ready to die said, "Be not deceived without cause, for we suffer these things for ourselves, having sinned against our power. Therefore marvelous things are done unto us. But think not thou that takest in hand to strive against the Most High, that thou shalt escape unpunished." And that's right, because basically what Esau is a tool. He's the axe in the Most High's hand, and now the axe is basically boasting himself against the hewer. A prayer I brought up a video like that, and it just came to my mind. The axe is boasting itself against the hewer, instead of the axe to just do his job, with humility. Now Esau is getting puffed up, he's getting prideful, thinking that I took down the Israelites myself. I took down the Lord's people, these mighty people that have oppressed the whole world for so long with their righteous ways. Even though making the whole world to follow righteousness isn't even oppression, but to Esau he is. To the wicked, righteousness is oppression after all. And basically what he's saying is that I've taken down these Israelites with my own power. I've taken down these Israelites, it was my own authority. Nobody mocked me, I did it by myself. The pride of the devil, right? But what he doesn't understand is that the Most High that given that power. Without the power of Hashem, we would not have been able to take down our people. He would not have been able to put us in captivity. He would not have been able to put so much hell on our people as he has this day. And yet he's still being proud against the Most High, still boasting against the power of Hashem, our power, no less. But we know that Esau's humbling is still coming, because these devils are going into captivity. That's a fact, okay? But as I was going back to what I was saying, as you understand the reason why all of this happened to us. I'm not saying the book of I believe that it's written of Solomon in 2nd chapter. It says that what, my son, when thou comest into the temple, I think it's Ecclesiasticus or even of Solomon. I can't remember the exact precept, but it says that my son, when thou comest to serve the Most High, prepare as it's Ecclesiasticus in 2nd chapter. When thou comest to serve the Most High, prepare thy soul for temptation. Right, and be not astonished, be not surprised we are brought to a lower state. We also understand that the reason why we catch hell is because we are serving the Lord, okay? Because that is the way that the Most High will test us, will try us. In the book of James, the 1st chapter, I tell you that what? That rejoice when thou fall into temptation, because it is trying your patience, it's trying your patience, it's trying your, because it's trying your faith. But let's, I have to get that piece, I don't want to misquote it, so let me bring it out. Book of James 1, and I'll start from verse 2. James 1 verse 2. I'll start from verse 1. Because there's an important point to get in that verse 1. So James 1 verse 1, and it reads, James, a servant of the Most High, and of the Lord Yahushua HaMashiach, to the 12 tribes which are scattered abroad, greeting. My brethren, count it all joy when you fall into diverse temptations. So this is a message to the 12 tribes of our people that are scattered throughout the 4 corners of the earth. Because you know that you have Israelites in every single country on the earth. Now, last week when I was doing camp, I was actually talking about this with some people that came out here to listen to my video, to listen to me speak. I told them that the Israelites are scattered throughout the 4 corners of the earth. There were Israelites in Asia, Israelites in Europe, Israelites even in Africa. The West African Israelites that were scattered here, Israelites in Egypt. And I read that the book of Acts, 2nd chapter, where it talks about the disciples speaking in tongues. Now I read that And so like, I can't remember the other pieces I put out. But basically, I was trying to build because they didn't believe that Israelites was that the Israelites had been scattered. Right, but I was trying to explain to them that the Israelites were scattered throughout the fucking out of the earth. So every single nation, almost every single nation had Israelites in them. Because I was giving them the good news, man, the gospel, giving them this good stuff. And they are the Israelites according to the Bible. It's called Negroes, Latinos, and American Indians. The normal thing, normal doctrine that we always go through. And the true Israelites according to the Israelites that the true Israelites according to the Bible. And it's called Negroes, Latinos, and American Indians. People of Nigeria, people of West Africa, they are also Israelites as well. Telling them about our people, But what I was saying, that this message is just for the 12 tribes of his people. And I continue from verse 3 now. Knowing this, that the trying of your faith worketh patience. But let patience have her perfect work, that he may be perfect and entire, wanting nothing. That's right, okay? Because what we are working our faith, working our suffering. We suffer temptation in this truth to work our faith, to increase our faith. Because once you go through that hell, and your heart actually trying to deliver you from it, your faith is strengthened, and now you believe that, you know what, when the emotion comes, if the most side is me, I can bear it, come what may. If the most side is me, I can bear it, because I know the most side will come my back. I know the most side will be with me, because he will not fail in his promises, as the scripture said, that the most side just hold on. But I said, as the scripture said, that the most side is not a man that he should lie, neither is he the son of a man that he should repent. Has he not said it, then he will definitely do it, His word will come out of his mouth, and he shall not return unto him void, but he shall accomplish the thing whereto he hath said, and he shall do everything that he has. That's why we have faith that prophecy will come to pass, because prophecy is the word of Yahweh Shai, If these prophecies were given to us by just men, okay, if these prophecies were given to us by anybody else, men would be doubting, you see men in this truth, we would be doubting, we'll be saying, I'm not really sure that this thing will come to pass, I'm not really sure that this thing will happen, but because it was given to us by Yahweh, that's how we trust, that's how we know that, we close our eyes, we're like, it will definitely happen, maybe next year, maybe next month, maybe 2 years from now, but it will happen. That's the main thing. But we don't longer have to say next year, 2 years from now. Now when we talk about prophecy, we're talking about months, okay? Next month, 3 months from now. What's happening next 6 months? Alright, that's how prophecy is moving right now. It's happening in it's happening, it's no longer a thing of, or maybe in a few centuries or decades, but rather a thing of, it could happen next week. It could happen next 2 weeks. It could happen next month, anytime, even tomorrow. That's the time we're in right now. Anything can happen tomorrow. Yeah, I'll edit that out. But anyway, as I was saying, anything can happen tomorrow. That's the beautiful part of the festival. That's why we are living in the Lord, we rejoice in the most high, the grace coming to pass. That's why the scripture said that word. That the most high giveth. That's the book of Job. The most high giveth and the most high taketh away. Blessed be the name of Yahweh Shai. Okay? Because you understand that when we are catching hell, we are catching it for our sins. For what we do is Yahweh Shai. I forgot how this picture goes, but something around, I think it was by departing. This is like a final precept. The art thing. Here it is. Daniel 9 verse 11, and it reads, Yea, all Israel have transgressed thy law, even by departing, that they might not obey thy voice. Therefore, this curse is poured upon us, and the oath that is written in the law of Moses is servant of the Most High, because we have sinned against him, and we have sinned against Yahweh your side. All of Israel, 100% of Israel, both the one-third, the elect, and the two-third, alright? But the difference between the one-third and the two-third is that the one-third sin will be cloaked. Our sins are going to be covered by Yahweh your side, by the spirit and power of Yahweh your side. Because the Most High, because of what we're doing right now, like I always say, because we're following the laws, that's the commandments of Yahweh your side, which isn't necessarily entirely the law of Moses. But what we mean by when we say the laws, statutes, and commandments of Yahweh your side means that what? We fear and love Yahweh with all our hearts, with all our soul, and with all our might. Okay, with everything that we have, we love and we fear Yahweh Shai. We keep his laws to the best of our ability. We abstain from sin as like a menstruous drag, escheweth evil, that kind of thing. That is how we are keeping the laws and we are keeping the commandments on this side. That's how we are doing the will of the Most High. That's how we are trying to prevent ourselves from the upcoming destruction, protect ourselves from the upcoming destruction, and be delivered, okay? Because this is how the people in the world think, that if you are catching hell, that the Most High is always punishing you for something, which of course is 100% true, okay? But also that if you're catching hell, that means that they are not a man of the that they're not a man of the Lord. They have to be, rich, famous. Everybody has to love you to prove they are a man of the Lord. But how many men of the Lord in the scriptures are loved? Was it not only King David, and that was even during the latter part of his life, because the first half of his life, alright, he was a fugitive, okay, in Israel. He couldn't even live in the land of Israel. He had to run over to the Philistines, to his enemies, his sworn enemies, for safety, to show you how bad he had it during that time. The only true Israelite, man of the Lord that was loved was actually King Solomon. Right? Because King David was hated the first part of his life by Saul, and by extension his army, by the Benjamites. You see Shimei that caused him after Absalom kicked him out of Israel. So many of them are always catching hell, always catching some form of hell or the other. King David caught a lot of hell before he became the king of Israel, before he was put in that glorified state. And let's not even go into the prophets. Let's not even go into Job. Let's not even go into our Lord Yahweh who caught the most hell out of all the Israelites, man. And yet, these people out here, and this shows that Christians, this is proof that Christians don't read the Bible. Okay? This is proof right here that you Christians don't understand what the scriptures are talking about. Because you read the scriptures and you see all the men of the Lord catching so much hell on the earth. Jeremiah being put in prison, being beaten. Elijah being chased down by the king of Israel, by Ahab and his wife, almost being killed, fearing for his life day by day. Men of the Lord being put to death for prophesying, for bringing out this word, being thrown into prison for bringing out this word. Okay? And you will still come out here and say that, because these false pastors are loved, have riches, have wealth, have fame, riding in private jets, that they have to be blessed by the Most High, that they are blessed by the Most High. Which of course, is the truth, okay? I'm not going to deny that riches are given, because what else just said that he maketh rich and I don't like get that picture. He maketh rich. Let me bring that out. I always have difficulty bringing out that picture. But let me say whether I can get it today. Okay, it is. 1 Samuel 2, verse 6, and it reads, Yahweh killeth and maketh alive. He bringeth down to the grave and bringeth up. Yahweh maketh poor and maketh rich. He bringeth low and lifteth up. Naturally, right there, that the Most High is the one that is in control of riches and poverty, okay? And those riches, he gave the riches to Esau. And then Esau gives those riches also to you takes out here, you takes that are sold out, which are you, that is you Omega church pastor types, you celebrities, okay? You people that are put in the world and seen as men of renown, loved by the people of the world. Okay, these are all people that have sold out to Esau Edom's plans, sold out to the devil, basically sold their soul to the devil, okay? The first so okay, first, the first prophet that is geotypes. Because even the scripture said that word tell you, woe unto you when men no let me get that picture, let me get that picture. Speak well of you. Let me get that picture. Alright, here it is. Luke 6, verse 26, and it reads, woe unto you when woe unto you when all men shall speak well of you. For so did their fathers to the false prophets. But I say unto you which hear. Okay, that's basically it. Luke 6, verse 26. Woe unto you when men shall speak well of you. You know? Because because so did their fathers to the false prophets. Because you understand that majority of the people that are in this world are given to evil. And and misery, and then what I say, birds of the same feathers flock together, alright? That's why they love all these, all these fake pastors, your TD fakes, your crypto dollars, your snakes here, the way they like. That's why they love them so much, When TB Joshua died, you saw the how the whole of Nigeria was, they were basically, the whole world was mourning for him. But when a man of the Lord, a real man of the Lord dies, nobody gives a shit, man. And you see, you even have, I'm not really sure about this, okay? The brother can correct me if they know, but you even have scoffers mocking them, and then this and that. They die in quiet, they die, without anybody even knowing about it. Even sometimes being put to death by their own people, being killed by some of these sellout jigs. That's how. That's how that's how many of the Lord on this side died. Nobody even knows. Nobody cares. When Allah Shai died, only the elect mourn for him. All the other Israelites are celebrating. They're talking about away with him, crucify him, that kind of thing. That's how it is for our people, man. They celebrate, they'll have these big processions for the wicked when they die, because they were rich on this side. But the poor righteous man, what they do for him, man? Nothing. But all that's soon going to change, man. This is only happening because Esau Edom is in power. The wicked is in rulership. That's why this is happening. But pretty soon, man, all that is going to change. Now, I'm going to have that righteous spirit back in us, and that understanding of who elect truly are is going to come back to us as well. But anyway, let me continue on. And this is like you start to see, man, when you start to see activities like in this thing, we understand why it's happening. Because the most high they are put up to that's why it's happening. Because as scripture said, that what two-thirds of our people shall be cut off and perish. Okay? The most high has cut off two-thirds, so I cannot say but basically the most high has cut off majority of our people. Majority of people that have been rejected on this side by a Bashi or Shai. That's why we give all these diligence to make our calling and election sure, to make sure that we are not part of those people that have been rejected, because it is a fearful thing to fall into the hands of living power, man. Alright? And we don't want to be caught, we don't want to be caught naked in that thing, man. Caught with your pants down, that kind of thing. We don't want to be caught naked in that day, the day of evil. We want to be still with those guys, with those cleaners, with those let get that. Revelation 16 verse 15. Behold, I come as a thief. Blessed is he that watcheth and keepeth his garments, lest he walk naked and they see his shame. And that's it right there, okay? That's what I wanted to get. You keep your garments about you, man. And that garment thing, what this truth doesn't mean the fringes, alright? Because as you can see clearly, I'm wearing my garments with the fringes. But that garment doesn't mean the fringes. These fringes isn't going to save you. This is all just part of rehearsing the righteous acts, because in the kingdom, you bet you bet that everybody is going to be wearing these garments in the kingdom. The Israelites are going to be wearing these garments in the kingdom. The fringes, the ribbons of blue and everything. This is all just for rehearsing the righteous acts. It doesn't mean that wherever we go, we walk around with the fringes, shirt, t-shirt with fringes, or trouser with fringes, or that kind of thing. we're not doing all of that. Okay, what we're doing is just rehearsing the righteous act. The garment that actually speaking about is this truth, this word, okay, this doctrine that we have. You have to keep that garment about you, wash it, iron it, keep it clean. All right. But of course, only the best of, only the most quality of the curtains. Alright, so what in that, and you can always keep it on you so that in that day you won't be found naked. It's like, you don't even need to wash the garment, okay? It's always white. I don't think I'm doing this work, man. The garments will never get dirty. Because that's how it will be in the kingdom as well, Always how the garments on and they never ever get dirty, they never ever get dirty. I usually see pictures about that, pictures of the kingdom, okay? Where in our garments, and the garments never ever get filthy. Okay, garments never, if it's white, it stays white for all eternity. The stains and they just fall off it, like because it's waterproof, it just falls off it. Never need to clean it up, it just falls off it automatically. And that's how it will be in the kingdom. And it's going to be. So okay, hold on. There's going to be a great sight. There's going to be a great sight in the kingdom. That's why we can't wait for it. Because that's why we can't wait for it, because this is what our people have been looking for. Okay, this is what people are after. As Scripture said, that's Romans 11 verse 7. Israel has not obtained that which is Israel has not obtained that which is seeketh, but the election has obtained it. So our people have been looking for this. Okay, looking for the kingdom. Even though they don't realize it, because what are people looking for? Looking for prosperity, looking for peace, looking for salvation, and all of that will come in the kingdom. Okay, Revelation 21st chapter, what does it say? Let me get that. Revelation 21. Alright, here it is. Revelation 21 verse 3. And I heard a great voice out of heaven, saying, Behold, the tabernacle of the Most High is with men, and he will dwell with them, and they shall be his people. And the Most High himself shall be with them, and be their power. And the Most High shall wipe away all tears from their eyes, and there shall be no more death, neither sorrow nor crying, neither shall there be any more pain, for the former things are passed away. And that's right, no more pain, no more sorrow, alright, peace. Prosperity, because our people are going to be rich in the kingdom, okay? Even the least of the Israelites are going to be great. Even the scripture says that at the least of in the kingdom shall be as King David. And King David was a hell of a great man, legendary. Still spoken about, still talked about to this day, That's how legendary he was, okay? And the most feeble among us will be as King David, man. The weakest of the Israelites will be as King David. That shows you that the Most High plan for us to give us fame, fortune, okay, and to make us a great people, greater than any other people on the whole earth. Alright, it's going to be legendary in the kingdom. And of course, going into the fact that in the kingdom, you never perish, okay, immortal. And that's how we will be. And now and that's how we'll be. And that's why this is called the gospel, the good news, because the good news is that what our people, that the so-called Negro, Latino, and Native American Indian, are the so-called Israelites, and they have a power, alright? They have something to come back to, somebody to guide you home to where you belong, okay, which is in the kingdom, because our people don't belong here. This is not our world, this is not our rest. We don't belong here, okay? Even though we are living in the world, we are not in this world, as the sense of saying. We're just existing, we're not really living in this world. Alright, because I don't really know where I'll post it, but there's this meme I saw about the earth, There's so many things to do on this earth. This is a beautiful world that the Most High created. So many places to go, so many sights to see before you die. But yet, you spend your life cooked up in an office, working just to live, working just to eat, working just to survive. Only what? A few hours off to sleep. To sleep. It's kind of like that quote that Orlando Brown made in American God. Just a few hours off to sleep and fuck and make more slaves. Because that's basically what it is, you know. Maybe take the weekends off, Saturdays and Sundays, and that's only for some people because you have jobs where you have to work 7 days a week, all throughout the week. You have to work 7 days a week for what? Just so you can take a few days off to sleep and fuck, and then and all just for what? A little bit of food that is already poisoned and corrupted. But that's not how it's going to be forever, man, because that's another damn thing right there. Jake will talk about how they make this kingdom, how this kingdom is hell, how they make all these things, say all these things about how they want a better life. But yes, when you tell them about these truths, how they should live this kingdom, how the kingdom is going to destroy, they talk about, oh no, I don't want that to happen, I don't no. I don't want to worship a God that will destroy this kingdom. Oh no. They make this kind of excuse for why they don't want to repent. Alright? For why they want this kingdom to continue. Okay, they start doubting, starting that, oh, this kingdom is not going to end. Because they don't have any, because what the Messiah have planned, they don't have any hope. That's something annoying right there. Are you actually satisfied with this kingdom? Then why do you want to see it continue? Why do you want to go back to normal? Let this place be destroyed, okay? And let the Most High kingdom come. That's how I feel about this place, man. And when you tell them about Jesus' agenda, and that's another thing, right? The fact that there used to be a time where we spoke about conspiracy, these so-called conspiracy theories, secret societies, mystery religions, that kind of thing. Think about devil worshipping among the celebrities and the elites, selling your soul. Nobody would believe they say that you are crazy. But nowadays, when everything is so apparent, everything is just out there for the whole world to see. There's no secret that is no longer hidden on this end.